These were some fun little projects. I really enjoy doing things like this out of scrap wood. This is all garbage wood. This wood here would have been right to the burn barrel or in the wood burner. Man, that makes it nice. Cute. All scraps. How you doing, everyone? It's Kevin. I'm back with another video. As you know, I've been building a lot of wood sheds. Sold a few of them. Trying to find different ways I can make just a little bit of money off the sawmill to recoup some of the money that we had put into the sawmill. So, yeah, this was a way we could actually make a little bit off of it. So we have a wood shed to build here, and this is going to be a very small wood shed. It's for inside the house. A lady contacted me and she wanted it 12 inches wide and 16 inches deep and about 48 inches high. And I kind of thought maybe that 48 inches high with a 12-inch base, I'm a little bit worried about it tipping over, especially if it's got wood in it and you got kids bouncing around. So she told me I could make the base just a little bit bigger. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to try to make the base just a little bigger, maybe give it a little bit more stability. And I told her she may have to attach it to the wall. I'm not sure. Depends on how sturdy your floors are, how much romping the kids are going to do. We don't want this thing to tip over. That's for sure. So we're going to get started and build her a small wood shed for in the house. All right, we're working on our base of our little wood shed, and what we want to do is get this thing as straight and as square as we possibly can. And we're not going to do anything different with this one as we did with the bigger ones. We're going to be using 3-inch framing screws, and we're going to put this guy together just like we would the big ones. I want to make sure it's good and sturdy. And I've been using the Melif impact driver, and it seems to be working pretty good. I have the Dewalt over here. I haven't had to pick it up. Just using this Melif one just to give it a try and see how it works. And so far, I actually have done a lot of work with this thing. And it's a pretty good little impact driver. So I will leave a link down below if you're interested in one of these Melif impact drivers. It's a really cool little impact driver. This will work off of any Melif battery or Dewalt battery. 20 volt max battery will work in here just fine. What's nice is you can adjust your depth, the strength of your impact right here on the bottom. You can see the lights come on. Also, you can adjust the light on your impact, whether you want it on or off. You want to save battery, you can turn the light off, and you can adjust the brightness of your light also. So I'll leave a link in the description if you guys are interested in one of these. I've been using this one for a few weeks now, and it's a really good little impact. When you get it, you don't get a battery, but all them Dewalt batteries will fit right on here. And also, Melif sells batteries too. You can pick them up when you get your impact if you want. So we got a good square base now, something to work off of. We're going to go ahead and cut our little floor that's going to be in here. Okay, we got us some boards for the floor in our little wood shed here. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to screw these boards on. It's not a very big project here. It's actually a really small project. I figure I'd just screw them down on there. And it'll help it hold it together, especially if they're moving it around much. Okay, now we got our base done. We're going to start working on our sides, and we want to make sure we pick out, we're going to use this as our front. So this thing feels pretty good and sturdy right now. All right, now I have all the boards cut over here that we're going to use for the 2 sides. All we have to do is work on the back. We'll get to that. But these boards are pretty rough. They're definitely a rough cut. They haven't been cleaned at all. So what I'm doing is I'm just going to run the sander over these because she's putting this in her house. And I definitely want to do the best job that I possibly can. And we'll do some sanding on this thing, cleaning the base up a little bit. I know it really makes no sense, but I want it to be right. I want it to look good. Now one thing we're not doing is we're not taking out the saw marks. We want to keep the saw marks for character. We do like the knots. Any knots or anything like that I'm going to keep. It just looks good. Okay, so we have everything sanded down now really good. And what I'm going to do is we're going to start putting the sides on. And we're going to work here with this. We're going to get these nice and square with that box. Now you can only get these, I mean, there's no way of getting this stuff exactly perfect. It's rough cut lumber, it's not perfect lumber. So we're going to do our best to make it really look nice for her. Alright, we got our sides all done. I'm kind of in a rock and a hard place here. I want to do something different with the roof, but I'm not sure if she's okay with it. I want to slant the roof towards the outside, towards the front, slope it down that way. This is in the house. It's not going to be used outside. I want to slope it towards the front. And that way it can lay flush up against the wall if she wants to lay up against the wall. And then I don't have to worry about that metal catching any of the kids. So, yeah, I asked her to give me a call, but I haven't got a call yet. So I'm gonna look at my phone and see if I got any messages. Okay, the last one you guys remember me building, we put a slope on the roof, but Julie kind of thought we didn't have quite enough slope on it. So I put about a 4-inch slope on this guide from here. So we're at 48, and then we dropped it down to 44. And the same thing with the other side. We're going to go ahead and cut this off, and then we're going to get this trimmed out so we can get it put together. Okay, we have our angle cut on our roof. We're going to go ahead and frame the inside of this up. Then I think we could start working on this front. Now we're going to start working on the face of this thing. I cut one board and put the screws in it and split it. So I got to drill each one of these to make sure that they go in without splitting the wood. Okay, it's time to start working on the roof. So I got it laid out up there. We're going to do about 1.5 inches overhang on the back and the two sides, and about 2 inches on the front. Now I made a straight line across here, and this is kind of my imaginary line where I need to be. So we're going to take the chainsaw now, and we're going to cut these off. We're going to make them look as decent as we can. So yeah, let's go get the wild badger out. Okay, we got our roof on there for now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to staple this roof down, some of it. I'm going to clean up a little bit right there. But we're going to staple it down, and then we're going to cut that front with the chainsaw. We're going to cut it off. And then we're going to do our shishuggi bond. Now we're going to clean this up with the sander a little bit, get it cleaned up. Now one thing we do want to do is make sure we round all the edges so no little kids will hit their head on it or bump into it. Okay, we have a faint little line that goes across the front of here, and that's where we want to cut this guy off. So what we're going to use to cut this with is the chainsaw. So we're going to do it, make it kind of look like it's, you know, right out of the woods. Okay, the camera kind of went dead, and I just went ahead and put a couple battens on here, and just tried out the, couldn't help myself, this little Shishugi bond here. We're going to go ahead and burn this top, and then we just got to cut our sign for the front of it, the woodshed sign, and we are good to go with this thing. So let's get it cooked up. Okay, our little woodshed is finished here. This thing is, I think it's awesome. It really turned out nice. I have it on a little set of casters here so you can see it. All wood construction. Now this is made from popular wood. Definitely looks pretty good. All it needs is maybe a little bit of sanding and put whatever clear or a stain or whatever you want on it. This is nice when you don't have a lot of room in your house. Make it a little tall, a little skinny, but I thought maybe it only being 12 inches wide. Well, maybe it might be a little tippy, but we ended up with 13.5 inches wide, which made it pretty good. Most of your weight should be down low, and as long as you have a good sturdy floor that you're setting this little woodshed on, you can go a little bit taller. Now, if you're on a real weak floor and it's going to move a little bit, I wouldn't stack this thing clear full. I'd only go so high on it. But I think this is going to work out nice for the lady that asked for it. I think it's going to work out great for her, and I sure hope she likes it. So, I would like to tell everyone, thanks for watching the video. Don't forget to subscribe. Leave me thumbs up, thumbs down, or a comment if you'd like. Until next time.